just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, help them get the help they need, I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The City of Houston, HPD, Fire Department, everyone help us figure this out. So if you have any information, please just contact your local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. And I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated and just keep you guys informed on what's going on. Love you all.
Y'all seen that video, man. I planned on not making a video on this situation anymore because, whatever. It happened, it's done. But this apology right here, comes after his written one. And people are criticizing the hell out of that first one because it looks professional. And I'm not saying that rappers can't be professional, but it looks like someone else did that for him. People were already calling out the legitimacy of that first apology. By all means, you want to say it looks fake, then you're entitled to your opinion on that. I am in that same boat. I'm not going to sit here and say that y'all are alone in that. I looked at that apology, the written one, and I thought, something fishy about this. So another, video, something else from Travis definitely was needed. I guess he knew that, or maybe he just said to himself, maybe he's legitimately hurt. But there's a few things that I wanted to point out. Now, first things first. He said that he's devastated. He said that he could never imagine the severity of the situation. And although I do believe that is somewhat true, he didn't think that this would get blown way out of proportion because maybe there are times where he's had concerts and they've been this crazy. He just never had anything happen before. I want to show y'all right quick a video by another YouTuber by the name of Miami. I never can pronounce his name right, but he has something to say a little bit of the whole situation.
To evacuate and shut down the bar, and literally 40 people died because of stampeding people out. They were stampeding outside of the bar trying to get out because people weren't listening. Imagine 70,000 people literally raging. This is a rage concert, by the way. This is black metal equivalent rock shit. This is raging concert. All right? Imagine the rioting that would have went down if Travis Scott said, all right, show's over. Everybody leave at the same time. Imagine it. Just imagine. So it's kind of like when Elon's talking about with the whole United Nations trying to fix world hunger. Everybody always has a fucking solution. Everybody always has their fucking opinion. Everybody's always like, oh, so what do we do? Oh, you should have done this. You should have done it. It's always easy to look from the outside.
And while I do think he has a valid reason for what he said, I full on respectfully disagree with what he just said. Yes, that was a rage concert. It very much was. And when you have people showing up to your rage concert with the full-on intentions to rage and not give a fuck what's going on, there should be nobody that gives a fuck with what happens, correct? Well, I'm sure y'all have seen the video surfacing of two people. It was a woman and a man going up to the stage and talking to the crew and telling them to stop the music, shouting at Travis to stop the music. Bunch of videos going around of people saying straight up to Travis, stop the music. That's more than just two people. That's bunches. That's tens upon tens, possibly hundreds to about a couple of thousand of people telling Travis to stop the music. And he doesn't do it. And he's full on aware that people want him to stop the music. Again, I've said yesterday that Travis is not 100%. You're supposed to be at fault here, but at the same time, he is who we're talking about here. He's the target person that we're talking about here. Me. I don't know if Travis is his favorite rapper. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but I do know that I got this video off of Twitter by someone with a Travis Scott fan page, and for the entirety of this situation, that fan page has been pretty mad, pretty pissed off, pretty livid about the situation, defending Travis Scott. And here's where my problem lies. There are people legitimately out here trying to ignore everything else that's happened. No, you know what I'm saying? Everything that's happened. Oh, Travis is actually really like fucked up about this. Oh my God. You got Kylie putting out stuff and saying, oh, we're just devastated. We're so hurt by this. All of this would have sounded a bit more genuine had the concert actually stopped. We got Roddy Ricch out here donating his entire, all his, you know what I'm saying, everything that he would have possibly made at that concert to the families of the deceased. All we've gotten from Travis Scott is a written corporate apology and this, we're trying everything. We're trying to find the families, and we're trying to. And if someone will say, "Oh, they're trying to find the families because they're going to do something for the families," we've identified the dead already. We've identified who's been deceased already. Of course, we're going to find out who the families are very, very quickly. It's very, very possible that they already know who. They already have gone through everything. We don't. Mimi is right about one thing. We are on the outside in. We all have opinions about it. Of course, we all have opinions about it. This is human fucking. This is life, dude. We heard about people losing their lives at things that concerts that we would hope to go to. What if this happened what if this had happened if he was there? He'd have had a totally different opinion. We have opinions on the outside looking in. I was pissed off for them yesterday. I'm pissed off in Detroit, Michigan, for the people of Houston, Texas. There's no way, and I'm trying to look at this at a neutral standpoint. Yes, Travis Scott probably is in some form disappointed at what happened, because now he has a villain look to him. He is now the bad guy in this situation because he has been perceived as the type of person to ignore atrocities happening right in front of him. Straight up. It's what happened, correct? Factor opinion. I was sent a video by another subscriber of Travis Scott stopping the concert to check on somebody. That's all fine and dandy and everything, but at the same time, he did check on fans. There's also a video out of him at that same concert mosh pitting, diving in, getting out, and then someone took his shoe and he told security or whoever to fuck up the fan. Maybe that was from a different concert. I don't know. I seen all this shit on Twitter, and that's not really a reliable source. Do not quote me on that. We're all on the outside looking in. In every situation with pop culture, we're on the outside looking in. Doesn't mean we can't give our opinions. It seems like he's legitimately mad that people gave their opinions on this situation as he is also giving his opinion. Someone could easily be upset by what he's saying. I'm sure he wouldn't give a fuck, just like how I don't give a fuck that he's upset that people like me are giving my opinion on it. It's an atrocity. It's sad. People lost their lives and multiple people were injured. There's multiple videos out of people at the same concert blaming Travis Scott.
Who was fainted, and the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and like they was literally turning black and blue. Like I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably like 10 fucking people laid out dead. And like once the medics tried to help them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. it was nothing they could do. Like this shit really fucked me up and like really spooked me tonight. Like that was like some demonic shit. Like, and what was so crazy, like people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. They was like help. The whole crowd was just going like help, help, help. And he just kept going, bro. It was like, that shit was scary, bro. It was so demonic.
So how can somebody sitting in the comfort of their house in California or wherever the fuck Mimi's from sit there and say that Travis is not to blame in any capacity? In no capacity he's to blame for this? There's literally videos out of people and posts from people that were there of the severity of the situation, of how fucked up it was to be in the crowd and be intoxicated and not be able to fucking find air. People passing out and sirens in the crowd. A whole video out of the angle that Travis was at, and there's a whole siren in the crowd, and he didn't even give a shit.
What the fuck is that? If everybody good, put a middle finger up in the sky. Okay, where my guy, man? Come on. Yeah, all that. 2 hands to the sky. 2 hands to the sky.
2 hands up, y'all. 2 hands up.
Y'all know what y'all came to do. Chase me, let's go.
Whoa,
I'm gonna make this motherfucking ground shake, goddammit.
whoa.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 5, 7, 4. Yeah.
Doesn't care. I retweeted the video yesterday. I said fucking disgusting. Fucking disgraceful. How can you not blame Travis Scott in any little capacity? I've said not fully because, again, they were wild. There were people that rushed the crowd. There were people that rushed and got in and tried to get in at any means. They were being disrespectful as fuck. There were people that got in there by any means necessary. There's a lot of people there that should be reprimanded for their behaviors. At the same time, if I ever heard about somebody, I am not comparing this situation to others. I am here in Detroit, Michigan, and I check on my, my subs go through shit, and I check up on them. It's not the same as checking up on people right there in front of you. But at the same time, is it not easier to help someone that you can literally see? I showed you XXXTentacion stopping his concert to literally go and help the fucking person out right there, pick them up, and then send them out and you know what I'm saying, and keep them enjoying the concert. Cardi stopping an entire concert to help somebody out.
They're telling me it's a lot of people passing out. They keep stopping my music because people are passing out. I care about you guys' safety first.
Playboy Cardi, another mosh pit rage rapper. I would even argue that Playboy Cardi's style is much more black rock and punk than Travis Scott. And yet he has the wherewithal to stop and check on his fans. You say that you love your fans, you want to send them out, that's fine. That same Travis Scott fan page said that there was about 3 days of that festival going on. And the first 2 days people were loving it, but everyone's talking about this third day. That's because no one was deceased. No one died on those 2 days. Everyone probably had fun and none of that raging was going on. Videos spread of the first 2 days of the third day of this happening. What kind of logic is that? You're going out your way to defend Travis Scott for what? If I'm Travis Scott, I'm dipping in my pockets and I'm doing something for those families. Once again, he has to do something. I don't care if he's to blame or not to blame. Those people still went to his concert and perished. Doesn't matter whose side you're on. It really does not. And to even sit there and try to argue, why would Roddy Ricch feel compelled to do something? Why are other artists seemingly more remorseful than the fucking host of the show? He's sitting there. It's almost like he just can't wait for his apology to end, almost. At the same time, he might actually feel really bad about it. He could. We don't know. Mimi was right. We are out the outside looking in. We're all just having our opinions. And I am trying to sit here and be unbiased about it and tell y'all how I feel about it. Straight up. If it sounds biased, it just sounds biased. Travis Scott is one of my favorite rappers. Straight up. I told you, even if J. Cole or Kendrick did something like this, I would reprimand J. Cole and Kendrick for this, for the same thing. Doesn't matter. This is this is life here. Can't let stuff like this happen. There's no way. There's no way. Travis Scott literally is one of my favorite rappers. And here I am giving him some blame on his ass. Why can't that fan page, why can't Travis fans do the same thing? You got people in the comment section talking about straight facts. Oh man, Mimi, I respect the fuck out of him, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 dislikes from my last video. I'm up to about 1,200 views. Thank you for that. Of just people straight agreeing with me. I bet you if I go to Mimi's video, there's tons of people agreeing with him. And rightfully so, because there's 2 sides to it. Last off, I want to talk to the people that are majorly defending Travis Scott and seemingly saying that he has no fault in this. You should not blame him at all. Why would Travis Scott be at fault for this happening? Why would Travis Scott? These people were falling out anyways on their own accords. The people were crazy. The people were, you know what I'm saying? You can't really blame Travis Scott for a dude going around injecting people with drugs. That's not Travis Scott's fault. It really is not. But when you have people passing out, you're literally a video going around of you ascending and you're watching the medical team taking somebody out and they're passed out and you're just looking at it and looking down at somebody just possibly dead. You wouldn't know that. That's a problem. That's an obvious problem. And there's people out here saying, well, I mean, the show should go on. Mimi says, imagine how mad those people would have been if they would have been told to go home. I'd imagine they would have been fine. There are people saying that they tried to go and they could not go nowhere. There's a post out there of someone saying that they tried to leave the concert and it was so congested and people could not breathe. People were falling out and barely got out of there. Barely got out of there. Demonic is a word that is used a lot in this situation. Hellish is a word used a lot in this situation. You say how mad would they be? There's literally, not all of them. There's literally people in the front with front row seats, with front row, well, not front row seats, but you know what I mean, front fucking row, right there, telling this man, front row, you'd imagine how dedicated a fan you'd have to be front row for Travis, and yet you are front row and a rager at Travis's concert telling him to stop playing music. You're telling Travis Scott, one of the best rappers with seemingly no bad music this year or last year, to stop his good music. Why? Because you care more about the people in the crowd. That sounds to me like his fans, his rager fans, have more common sense than him, the actual person in charge of said event. And yet with his power, his influence, he did not stop anything. Not shit. He did stop for that fan. There was more than that one fucking fan that passed the fuck out. There was more. And I'm here to tell y'all this. If you are defending Travis, defend him for the premise of he's not responsible for the deaths. Because that was a drug, that was some crazy motherfucker that did that. I get that. But to say that he has zero fault is ludicrous. To say that he has zero fault is absolutely asinine. I didn't watch Mimi's video. I pulled that off Twitter. Maybe he was spitting facts. Maybe not. Who knows? If he was, he was. But I disagree with what he said in that short little clip. I agree with a little bit, and I disagree with most of what he said. There is no way that he gets away with that unscathed. You cannot look at him and say, oh, mistakes happen. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. It should not be a second time. You're there for hours. And you're watching people pass out for hours. How in that situation can we sit there and say Travis made a little mistake? There's nothing little about this mistake at all. I would not hold a concert, a Travis Scott concert, unless it is heavily, security is crazy. Cops are there. Medical staff are on, you know what I'm saying? They're right there, ready to take care of whoever is passing out. The fans now have woke up. Hopefully this is a lesson, because those fans are not all safe as well. They were crazy too. Them fans deserve, yeah. Them fans were wild too. They deserve a little bit of backlash as well. But I'm sitting here saying, you want to be in any part of this conversation, in this argument, you be neutral. You be unbiased about it. You don't be like this Travis Scott fan page and just blame everybody except Travis. That's not how you do this. It's not what we're doing here. Travis doesn't know you a damn thing. Yes, you're Daily Travis, at Daily Travis. You are Daily Travis, huh? He doesn't give a fuck. He does not care. He does not give a shit. Travis does not care about y'all on Twitter. He cares about who's putting money in his pockets. Which, if I were him, I'd have gave everybody fucking refunds. Niggas lost their lives. Fucking, how is it easy for Roddy Ricch to give up everything that he's making? I get that what Roddy Ricch is making is not virtually it's the same as what Travis Scott would be making. But at the same time, you are going to be making virtually less if you don't come out somewhat a good guy in this situation. Somewhat. Because you got your girlfriend covering up for you, playing damage control. You have celebrities more sympathetic than you. And then all you can do is palm your head and give a 1 minute guarantee or promise that something will happen. You don't even say sorry in your video. You don't even give actual sympathy. Sympathy, yes, but you don't actually say you're sorry in that video. I'm praying for those people. That's cool. Pray all day. It's shameful. This is the last time I'm speaking on this situation. Anything else pops up, I will only talk about it on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. But this situation is closed out. I just wanted to talk to the people that were very, very biased on the situation, because honestly, this didn't deserve a second video. But the people that are sitting there, you know what I'm saying, looking around and looking at everybody who's taking Travis aside and thinking that they shouldn't think that Travis did anything wrong, definitely need to have their head examined. Because it's crazy. Beyond any case, man, y'all tell me how y'all feel about this. Thank y'all for the love on the last video. I did not monetize that video. I'm not making this specifically for the views, because what is the views if you're not making the money? You know what I'm saying? I literally unmonetized myself. I'm unmonetizing this video as well. So this is specifically for awareness. Probably not going to make a video tomorrow because I start class tomorrow. I actually start class tomorrow on the 8th. So sorry to everybody. I've been telling that like 3 times. It's the 3rd time's a charm. Got it this time. Thank y'all, TKG, for tuning in. I'm not retiring or anything. I'm just saying thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Spread awareness. Stay safe out there. Do not encourage the behavior of you know what I'm saying, everything. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do it, man. I love y'all. Take care, man. When I say this time, I mean it. Vibe. Have a good time, but be safe. And I'll see y'all later, man. Peace out.
Being kicked in, being kicked in, being kicked in. Wow. Damn.